Hi guys, Teacher Heather here, and I have attempted to make a video and I cannot get it to work, so I have it as a PowerPoint, and if you would like it, please comment down below and send me your email address and I'll be happy to send it to you. So my ultimate goal here is to kind of help answer questions that people have when they're starting out with VIPKids, because even though, yes, there are no dumb questions, we still feel kind of dumb when we ask them. Because we just kind of feel like we should know, but don't worry because you don't know. So I've kind of done this series, 10 Things I Wish I Knew, when I first started VIPKids. So this is going to be number 2 in this series, and that is, what do I do now? Okay, so you've been hired, you have a portal, and now you're like, okay, what do I do? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to log into your teacher portal. I wanted to be able to show this to you, and I cannot get my Castify to work. So I'm going to put this one in here as a filler until I get one up that shows everything. But I do have it on a PowerPoint right now, so if you would like to see it, just give me your email down in the comments and I'll send it to you. So you log into your portal and you're going to have a home tab. And on that home tab, it's going to have your photo, your certifications, and all your stats as far as classes that are booked, how many slots you have open, everything. When you first open it up, there should just be zeros across the board for everything. Your certifications are down at the left. If nothing is showing up yet, give it a couple days. If not, go to the Hutong and submit a ticket and tell them that your certifications aren't there and that you would like to see those, or you would like to see if those can be uploaded, and they should show up. So give that a couple days. It does take a couple days. So now you're in your portal, and at the top it is going to say bookings and classrooms, and it says, oh no, let me look at mine real fast. Don't go anywhere. Hang on. I have to, okay. I'm going back and forth while I'm talking to you guys because I don't have these memorized. Okay, so my advice, one, would be pause the video, pull up your VIPKid teacher portal, and have it up to on a secondary screen so you can see this. But okay, so it says Home, Academy, Bookings, Classroom, Stats, Payment, Feedback, Referral. We want to focus on bookings and classrooms. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on the Bookings tab, and you're going to have a screen pull up with all the dates of this week. The areas that are shaded white are areas that they can book, but they don't always book as well. So these are just available times. You know, the portal's open then, but they're just not as likely to get booked as the other ones. Your yellow slots are your peak time slots, not peak, but they're your peak time slots. These are times parents tend to book. So you want to open up those slots. Your orange slots, or red, depending on which way you see that, are your peak times. So these are the times that are in high demand for people to book teachers for lessons. So you want to have as many of those open as you can. Now, in my case, I am a full-time teacher, so I can't always have all of those slots open because at some point I have to stop to get ready to go to my next job. So you want to open those up, and all you have to do is click on them. When you click on them, a time is going to appear. Now, next to that time is a tiny little box. If you check mark that tiny little box, you are giving VIPKid permission to book you a class within a 24-hour notice up to 1 hour prior to the class starting. This is a great option, especially when you're starting out. You will get short notice bookings. You do get paid extra for your short notice bookings, and you want to do those when you're starting out. They're really helpful, but you want to make sure you're available to teach those because they can pop up within 1 hour. I always have my 4 a.m. slots open with a 24-hour notice, and at 3 o'clock one morning, I booked a 4 a.m. slot. So I have to be ready to teach that slot if I'm going to have it available. If you know you're not going to be around, don't open up the slots because they can book you and they can fill up, and you don't want to have a teacher cancellation because you can't get there. So once you have done that, also pick that whole week and then go to the next week. Book that week and go to the next week. Sundays at 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I believe, is when you will have the frenzy start, which is what they call it. And what it is VIPKids has opened up the next 2 weeks out to book. And so parents are going to go in and try to book their favorite teachers that they want. So they call it a frenzy, but that's what it is. So you want to have at least 2 weeks in advance to open up to book. If you're not quite sure what your schedule is going to be on those 2 weeks, go ahead and open things that you're pretty sure you know you're going to be able to teach, because you can always go back in and close those slots out later. Once you've done all that, if you want to hit pause and take care of that, that's great. Hit pause. If not, we'll keep going. So, welcome back if you hit pause. If not, I just told you welcome back for fun. All right, so after Bookings tab, go to Classroom tab. That's the next one. So your Classroom tab is what shows you what classes you have to teach, and they're in order. So they start at the bottom. The bottom is the class that is the closest to being taught, and the top is the one that's the furthest away. So don't get confused. I saw where someone did that once. They clicked on the wrong classroom and they missed their other class. So click on your classrooms. If you don't have anything booked yet, that's going to be empty. There's not going to be anything there. So if you will send me your email, I'll send you the PowerPoint and I will show you mine so you can see what I'm talking about. But in the Classroom tab, and I'm going to open mine up again. So in the Classroom tab on the screen, it will have the lesson that you're teaching. So it'll say Masterclass, Lesson 2, Unit 2, Learning Cycle 2, Lesson 8. And then it will have the name of that lesson. I'm reading them to you. Lesson 8, My School. It will have the student's name. Do not worry if you don't know what their name is. Okay, you will always ask them, what's your name? And typically they have an American English name to give you if it's not already in there as the student name. I'm not going to lie. I have taught a student that nobody knows what his name is. And so in my feedback to that student, I asked for the mom to type his name in the feedback so the next time I taught him, I could give him a special reward. This let me figure out what the student's name was without being like, I'm sorry, I just don't know what you said. So go with that. The next is your scheduled time. It's your date, and it is your time to teach. It's not in Beijing time. It is your time, so it matches your time zone. Then it has short notice. If it's a short notice booking, it's going to say yes or no. It has the status. If it's just booked, it'll say booked. If you've taught it, it'll say finished as scheduled, or it'll say finished student no-show, or it'll say finished teacher no-show. You don't want those. They happen, but we try to avoid those at all costs. Then it will have actions listed there. And on the actions, my daughter's peeking into the window. Hi, honey. On the actions, it is going to say classroom, materials, student info, and if it's an assessment, there'll be a unit assessment piece as well. Student info is going to have all of the information on it that other teachers have left as feedback. It will have its assessment test. It will have their date of birth, gender, their name, and it will have all the feedback. Read back through the feedback because it will give you some information on your students and on kind of what you can expect from them. And teachers are really good about highlighting things that will impact the class, whether it's behaviors, whether it's shyness, whether it is a parent that answers for them all the time. Those things will be in there. Materials is next to that, and that is the PowerPoint you're going to teach. So you can click on the materials button and you can preview the PowerPoint. This will give you everything you need to know. This is what you prepare. Now, as you continue on and teach more and more classes, this piece won't be as nearly as important because you will already know what to do. I have a little method because I'm still new. I'm 42 days in. And even though my screen says 41, it's a day off. They're fixing that. I know because I sent them a message. I was like, I don't think that's right. And it's because of the Beijing and American time difference. So you don't have to do this. I do this just because I am insane about not being prepared. I like to be prepared. So I bought this thing. Tried to rip the sticker off, but it didn't work. I bought this thing at the Dollar Tree. And inside it are just these little pockets. It's empty right now because I have them sitting out. But because I have another one. But it'll say level 1, learning cycle 1, level 2, level 1, learning cycle 2. The tabs are named, and then I can just throw an index card in there, and it tells me what props I need, what my key sentences are, my targets, my objectives, all of those things. And it's in this nice little envelope. So this was $1 at the Dollar Tree. I got an orange one to be festive. So there's this. And all the information is there for you. It's in the materials tab. That's all you need is just to click on that. The last thing is the classroom. Now, if you click on that now, so like my next class is 2 days from now. But if I click on that now, the classroom is going to be empty. It's going to say too early on there. But you can kind of get in there and familiarize yourself with the classroom. If you're kind of still new and you've never gotten in there before, do that. Find the timer, find the stars, find where you upload the documents. You can test out your camera and stuff while you're sitting in there. I always go in about a half an hour before my class starts, or like my run of classes start in that first classroom, and just make sure my camera and my microphone and everything are working. My lighting is good. All of those fun things that you need to have ready for when you open your camera up to a student. That's kind of it. It's not, I know that it's a little overwhelming. I think it's not that it's difficult, it's that it's overwhelming because you want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row. So I hope this is helpful. If you would like to see inside my classroom, inside my teacher portal where it has bookings and things like that, please drop me your email down there and I will be thrilled to send it to you. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful time teaching. VIP Kid is fabulous and you are going to love it. Have a great day, guys. Bye.